वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुदीयतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, warm welcome everyone in the study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we'll continue our study. Yesterday we checked text chapter 18, text 63. Today we will read just the translation of chapter 18, text 63 and move on discussing that and furthermore 64 onwards. None of the shloka is like in isolation. They all are related, connected, share the same message only. And again, Krishna does not need any sloka or anything to send across his message. Just in the pretext of war, he is wanting to have a dialogue with us. निमित्त तो चाहिए ना कोई निमित्त बनना. निमित्त means instrument. We need someone to play the role of an instrument in life. So Krishna is using Arjuna as an instrument to have a dialogue with us. Now see, in this world, people say we do not take sides. I don't take sides, or I'm not opinionated. Opinionated, or some say opinionated. We all take sides, Baba, and we all are carrying some opinion. We cannot live without carrying opinions. We all have an opinion to give. We all have an opinion to share. And we are very stuck. We are very hung up with our opinion. One of the things with Dharma, one of the problem is Dharmic people, they know Dharma, but only on surface level. hmm, Only in theory level, not in practice. Hardly in practice. And if at all in practice, very hodgepodge, very mishmash, without any clear purpose, without any clear reasoning, say, without any clear vision, motivation, aspiration, desire. इसीलिए ना धर्म के साथ एक लिमिटेशन है. व्हाट? धर्म स्वनुस्थिता पुंसा विश्वक्सेन कथा सूय न उत्पादायत यदि रतिम श्रम एव ही केवलम. Srimad Bhagavatam says na utpadayati yati ratim. Rati means attachment. So dharam it if it is does not help us to translate to param dharma, then it is like a blockage or it is no good, not good enough. And this discussion dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, this is to help us understand param dharma and situate ourselves in param dharma. So at least in this human form of life, we must aim at least for attachment, minimum attachment, and then beyond. Minimum attachment and beyond. Such a fascinating dialogue. Again, if we can see the emotion of Arjuna, what Arjuna went through. If we can somewhat visualize, somewhat see, look how 13 years they were in exile, in a materially speaking, unfair, unjust way. Mistreatment being done to them. They were in exile. Hmm. And then thereafter also lots of trouble and now this war. And he's so compassionate, Arjuna, so pious, so gentle. He doesn't want to fight the war. And he doesn't want to upset Krishna also at the same time. So his heart is saying something, his mind is saying another thing. Heart wise, he knows maybe I should fight. Mind wise, no, I cannot fight. I'm not able to stand. How can I fight? So if we see the Dinta, Danya Bhav, Dinta of Arjuna, his downtrodden position. If we can see that and if we can appreciate that, if our heart can go for that, wow Krishna, Arjuna was so downtrodden and you spoke with him. And look at the transformation Arjuna went through. So if we can appreciate the position of Arjuna, we will find ourselves a much better position. We are in a much better position than what Arjuna was. We don't have to deal such a big task as Arjuna had to go through. You know? So if we can appreciate Arjuna's position, we will find ourselves in a big solace. We will find big solace for ourselves. Uh, and our path in Krishna consciousness will be paved then very sweetly, very nicely. This dialogue, uh, Krishna went through this dialogue with Arjuna. Look at the position of Arjuna. What is his position? Uh, Completely trembling, completely trembling. Now, going through this dialogue, what has happened to Arjuna? Going through this dialogue, Arjuna is uh, crying and smiling at the same time. When in first chapter we see na Vishad Yoga, Arjuna is literally crying that help me, I don't know what to do. My limbs are shaking, my mouth is drying, I'm not able to stand. Uh, what? All this. I'm depressed, my mind is reeling. Mentally, physically, every faculty is choked up, altogether choked up. And towards the end, now we are towards the end of Bhagavad Gita, na? Coming towards the end. Look now what Arjuna is experiencing. Wow, what has come about. So that is Krishna consciousness, crying and smiling at the same time. If one can cry and smile at the same time, take it, it is a very joyous occasion. Hmm? Like what? Children going to school or children passing exam, na? 10th exam, 12th exam, or some university. So children also sometimes they cry, smile at the same time. Parents smile, cry at the same time. With such difficulty, I raised my child, and my child is now past uni. Hmm? Such a great day. Mother giving birth to a child, cry and smile at the same time. An athlete running Olympics, marathon, coming gold medalist. His family members, his coach, cry and smile at the same time. Such other things. If we can manage to cry and smile at the same time, then very joyous, very heart touching, very emotional. That is Japa will do. Japa. Japa will make us, or should make us, we should chant in such a mood of humility, in such a mood of prayerfulness, in such a mood of desperation, in such a mood of separation, in such a mood of crying out, that we literally cry and smile at the same time. This is the only way. This is the only way. Janayati asu vairagyam jnanam chayad ahetukam. Srimad Bhagavatam says na, that bhakti, doing bhakti, what will happen? Two things will develop simultaneously. Doing bhakti. Bhakti causes what? Gyan and Vairagya. It is not that Gyan and Vairagya gives bhakti. No. It is not that by Gyan and Vairagya one develops bhakti. No. Bhakti causes, leads to Gyan and Vairagya. Bhakti brings about Gyan and Vairagya. So when we do japa with that bhakti, na, with that prayerful mood, hankering, cry, desperation, feeling of separation from Krishna, Gyan and Vairagya are attached to it. They will come about. And we cannot progress in life until and unless we are detached. So, Renas, maybe you can share screen, chapter 18, text 63. We'll just read the translation. I'll ask Aishwarya to read the translation and then we'll check uh, how we managed to go forward. So we can read shloka once. Iti te jnanamakhyatam guhyad maya vimrashyetad aseshena yatte chesi tatha kuru.
Translation. Thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do.
Wow, look. Now this is not like a taunt Krishna is giving. Okay, screen share can be checked. This is not like a taunt what Krishna is giving that okay, I've spent enough of time with you. Now do whatever you want. Huh? Generally, when we spend time with someone, then what do we? Okay, fine. I've given you enough time. I've given you all the advice I know and all everything. Now you can decide for yourself. Do whatever you do, and I'm not bothered. Say I'm not concerned, or it doesn't affect me. No, not like that. Out of love, Krishna is saying. uh, So we cannot move forward in life if we are not detached. We can never. And this Krishna is showing his detachment. Na? Such a top renunciant Krishna, na? Hmm? Supreme Personality of Godhead, showing us how to be renunciant. He's not opinionated. We are so opinionated, na? Keeping opinions. Na? I'm so stuck with my opinion, with my belief system. Hmm? Krishna is not acting as Mr. Right. No. He's not stuck up or hung up with his opinion or belief. Mm. Krishna is all the plans, plan A, B, C, whatever. Mm. So he's just wanting Arjuna to be an instrument. And this Krishna is demonstrating, say, his renunciation. He's not attached to his words, say, in the sense, okay, Arjuna, you have to do this, do this. No, no. This is why na, bhakti is a matter of love. Mm. It has to be done lovingly. Krishna will accept us only when we love him, no other way. Not when we do some good work, good charity, good job, good family, good taxpayer. No, no. That is mental platform. Mm. Spiritual platform begins with love. And you know, Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us what? Transformations of love is what? Uh, Prem transforms, transformation stages of love beyond Prem. Sneh, मान, हाँ, राग, अनुराग, प्रणय, भाव, महाभाव. हाँ. And these are stages which a sadhaka cannot experience in this material world, in this panch bhautik sharir, in this material body of material elements. No, this is something which is experienced in the spiritual world, these stages. Right? But in this material world, in this material body, we should aim for minimum attachment towards Krishna. That much we must aim. This is why, na, see, Dharma is spread out throughout the world. Na? India, outside of India also, Dharmic people are there, different faith, different religion, but hardly any attachment mm, towards Krishna. mm. Or that, see, generally, na, in Hindu society, if I say generally it is गंगा गए गंगा दास यमुना गए यमुना दास ऐसा ही हाल है ना इधर गए उधर के हो गए उधर गए इधर के हो गए एंड देयर दिस भजन्स आल्सो ना व्हाट सीताराम बोलो एंड व्हाट राधे श्याम बोलो नो सी we want to develop a bhav so either we can be sold out to Lord Ram or Krishna. We cannot be sold out to both Ram and Krishna at the same time. No, it cannot happen. Hanumanji sold out to Lord Ram only. Uh, Uddhav Maharaj is sold out to Lord Krishna. So this path of sadhaka's path, na, it has to go very narrow, very narrow. So Krishna here is not opinionated, and this is his demonstrating his love. Do as you like. Uh, that and we'll see. Okay, let us see text 64 and further how the level changes from 54 onwards. And if we again read again see them text the way the mood is going, Krishna is become, I personally find, after 50 from 54 onwards Krishna becomes more active. He becomes agitated or serious, more focused and concentrated and furthermore. सर्वगुह्यतमं भूय श्रीणु मे परमं वच इष्टोऽस्मि मे दृढम् इति ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्. Rena's read translation and Prakar read purport.
Translation. Because you are my very dear friend, I'm speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit.
The Lord has given Arjuna knowledge that is confidential, knowledge of Brahman, and still more confidential, knowledge of the super soul within everyone's heart. And now he is giving the most confidential part of knowledge. Just surrender onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the end of the ninth chapter, he said, Man mana, just always think of me. The same instruction is repeated here to, to stress the essence of the techniques of Bhagavad Gita. This essence is not understood by a common man, but by one who is actually very dear to Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna. This is most important instruction in the Vedic literature. What Krishna is saying in this connection is the most essential part of knowledge, and it should be carried out not only by Arjuna but by all living entities.
Harsha read translation.
Because you are my very dear friend, I'm speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit.
So see, Krishna says na, Yathechasi tatha kuru, do as you like. And then the very next moment, he's not leaving Arjuna. Huh? Do as you like means, okay, I leave you, I give you peace, na? Fine. Huh? I give you peace now. Okay? Think. And very next moment, what is he saying? Because you are my very dear friend, I'm speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge. Hmm? Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. See, भगवान ऐसी चीज है ना, भगवान पकड़ना जानते हैं, छोड़ना नहीं जानते हैं. Hmm? Krishna, he knows how to say catch someone, and once caught someone in his grip, he cannot leave. He does not leave. He does not know how to leave someone. So Krishna has caught Arjuna, na? And we are also studying Bhagavad Gita. Krishna has caught us as well, and he won't leave us, Krishna. And especially in this golden age of Kali Yuga, na? This Kali Yuga is much better than Satyuga by far, beyond calculation. Now we have come under Mahaprabhu's shelter. Mahaprabhu has caught us. So we have only one way now left, one option to grow. Now it depends on our attitude, how soon we want to grow. But we are left with one choice only, to excel, to grow in Krishna consciousness. Okay, let us read 65 next. So Krishna is not uh, further say happy or say, he wants to speak a bit more. Although he told, do as you like, think, but then hang on, listen to this as well. मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामेवस्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे. Deepti read translation, Anuja read purport, and Harsha also read purport. Anuja first paragraph, Harsha second.
Hare Krishna. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Harsha, read purport.
The most
First
confidential
para,
part,
and Aishwarya, you read second para. Huh?
the most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna.
One should, ये फिर से पढ़ना है, one should not become.
One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so
ऑफिशियल
molded.
मेडिटेटर मतलब लकीर के फकीर के टाइप ही ना. ऑफिशियल मेडिटेटर मतलब बस धार्मिक चोला पहन लेना. दैट इज ऑफिशियल मेडिटेटर. ऑफिशियल मेडिटेटर मतलब एक्सटर्नली कि देखो मैं भक्ति करता हूँ, कितना भक्त हूँ. ये इसके लिए थोड़ी ना. अगेन yesterday we discussed ना, why do we practice Krishna consciousness? So that I can experience some ecstasy, or so that I can give some ecstasy to Krishna. Although Krishna is Aptakam Aptaram, Aptakam means self-satisfied. Aptaram means he gets pleasure from within, from himself. He doesn't need us to give him pleasure. And he's self-satisfied. Yet, because we carry an eternal bond of love, there is no materially motivated ego. So if we understand that, then he relishes a loving relationship with us. And then we give him joy, he also gives us joy. Official meditator is more like religion based, dharma based. हम हिंदू हैं, हम मुसलमान हैं, हम सिख हैं, हम ये. That's official meditator. We don't want to be religious. We want to be lovers of Krishna. Okay, continue, Asha.
One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is in such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna.
फिर से पढ़ो ये line, everyone.
Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna.
This is the secret. Following the lead of a devotee, we become a devotee. So if we can again cherish, appreciate the position of Arjuna, and if we can appreciate his bhakti, his surrender, his devotion, then the message of Bhagavad Gita will touch us, transpire us. Look, that Arjuna, who the most qualified, highly talented, the best archer, the best in everything, the best ruler, king, moral person, handsome person, everything, but he's in a dilapidated position now. He's stressed heavily. And that Arjuna agreed to listen to Krishna. हम किस खेत की मूली है सोचो. That Arjuna, he told Krishna, I'm crying, I'm helpless, I'm not able to move. Yeah, he revealed his heart to Krishna, help me. I need support. And we are so adamant we don't read Bhagavad Gita. We know it. We know it. Arjuna said, I don't know Krishna. That Arjuna listened. Why? Because he's friends with Krishna. He had the heart to listen. Likewise, when we understand the position of Arjuna, we'll develop that heart. And this message will transpire in our heart altogether. Okay, Aishwarya, read second paragraph.
These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two hands carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feathers in his hair. There are descriptions of Krishna found in the Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on this original form of Godhead, Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi forms as Vishnu, Narayana, Rama, Varaha, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna's.
Mahak, read translation.
Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend.
Look, Krishna is like now, Krishna is, अब देखो ना, previously Krishna says what? Do as you like, है ना? And now he's making a petition by the sounds of it, na? Making an appeal to Arjuna that without fail. Again, there are not many places where Krishna is saying without fail or without doubt. 7th chapter, first text, he says without fail, without doubt. 8th chapter, 6th, he says without fail, without doubt. 4th chapter, text 9. There are some places where he says without fail, without doubt. So look, Krishna is pouring his heart. That oh, thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Not because I am your very dear friend. This slight difference, na? One Krishna saying, I am your very dear friend. And Krishna saying, you are my very dear friend. Bhakto si mein sakha cheti. So that Arjuna, na, he had that simplicity, he had that friendship with Krishna. So if we develop, see, God is a distant personality for us. If we develop friendship with a devotee of God, then yes, we become devotee. That is the key. That is the sutra. That is the mantra. So a question for all of you now. Huh? Now, uh, now say, what will we do? Say we are in a park and chased by a dog. The dog appears to be a bit wild. We are in a park and we are chased by a bit of a wild dog and he's running after us to bite us. What will we do? Any thoughts? By of course, run na, and what?
Well, I guess the obvious one would be try to run away, but because the dog's probably faster, it won't be a good use.
Yeah, of course, we'll try to run. Na? We'll try to take shelter, seek shelter, and find an escape. Somehow save ourselves. So, what when we see, or say, crossing a street, we see car coming. Suddenly, a car comes from the other side. It sometimes happens. Na? What do we do? the the reflex of the body is to protect itself, right? So the reflex of the body seeing the car coming, either the person will run quickly or just maybe stay there or push back, right? He will do. That's the reflex of the body, natural, uh, to defend oneself. If someone pokes in my eye or eyelids, I would want to defend myself, natural reflex. Simultaneously, we have to cultivate this natural reflex of the mind. being bitten by a dog, or crossing a street and potentially hit by a car. Body will do its job, Baba. Hmm? Body will try to save itself. Being bitten by a dog, or being chased by police or thief, or being chased by a car, say, body will do it. But hmm, the mind, and Krishna is saying what? Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Huh? That think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. So dog might be chasing us. Fine, the body will do the reflex, but the mind has to do its reflex. And how will that happen? When we engage in bhakti, when we chant, do japa, uh, when we do japa, when we listen to kirtan, when we participate in kirtan, when we dance in kirtan, when we serve with devotees, when we read and hear about Krishna. In order to think about someone, we need to know about that person. Is it not? Otherwise, how do we think? Huh? In order to love someone, we need to know the person. In order to think of someone, we need to. Now, see our 24-hour day, every day, check where does our mind go? What do we think? We are we are very Vyavichari in our consciousness. Vyavichari, understand it like spread out. We are of no one. हम किसी के नहीं हैं. हम खुद के भी नहीं हैं. We are loyal to no one. Hmm. We- Our thoughts also, na, they are so random. They go here, there, where not. Sometimes sports, sometimes politics, sometimes money, sometimes sense gratification, this, that, and all. So we are not loyal anywhere. So we are very spread out. Hmm. But doing japa and all, concentrated bhajan, concentrated sadhana, uh, when we know more of Krishna, when we hear more of Krishna, we will naturally think of him. Naturally, Krishna being the supremely attractive personality of Godhead. Na? So, body does its natural reflex, whatever it has to do, it does. Uh, we have to train the mind through good japa, through good association to think of Krishna. And mind is such a thing, na? What? I wonder, mind, it can find its attachment. It has found for many, it can find its attachment in a game of Ludo, in a game of snake and ladder, in a game of cardboards, board game, Monopoly and other games. Look, now look at this game, na Ludo, snake and ladder, और वो भी आता ना चार वाला home करना, the other one. So the snake and ladder, see, our mind gets so absorbed, does it not? What? We are just rolling a dice. We are rolling a dice without any calculation, whatever number comes. But we see what? Okay, I'm advancing, or I'm bitten by a snake, I come down, or I get a ladder, I come up. And once I win, say I lose, then what? No, play another. What do we'll do? We'll play 5 times and see who wins. Then's the winner. And say 5 times, and if I win four, and say Pip loses once, then what? Oh wow, I'm joyous, I beat him. Or if I lose, oh no, I lost. What are we doing? Just rolling a die, na? Just rolling a die. And just a board game, but we get so obsessed, so attached with it. And there's now with technology, internet, online versions of such games, and we think of it. uh, when do I finish work and I go play Ludo? I'm traveling tube or metro, and what I'm doing? Traveling Ludo. I forget that I have to get down at this stop. So much absorption happens. And then afterward, thinking of Ludo and all this. But these sort of thinking and activities, they suck our energy, they take our energy altogether. And thinking of Krishna will give us nourishment. It will give us life. So mind, why cannot mind be utilized, Baba? Mind, man lag jayega, man lagta hi hai. If mind can find its affinity, its attachment, its love bonding in a game as a game like Ludo or some other such games, why can we not find our attachment in chanting, in reading, in hearing? Hmm? Just association, if we have good association is needed. They say what? Repeat, complete this saying. Most of us would know this. What? That idle mind is a, what do you say, Renas, Harsha? Others, idle mind is a
Devil's workshop.
devil's workshop, है ना? खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. We discussed previously also. But tell me this then: is a busy mind, uh, not idle, busy, active, engaged mind, is it a demigod's workshop? Hmm? क्या खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर? बराबर, चलो ठीक है. क्या भरा हुआ दिमाग भगवान का घर हो गया क्या? So we are not that sort of moralist. खाली दिमाग और भरा हुआ दिमाग. We are not like glass आधी खाली है या आधी भरी हुई है. We are not that sort of moralist. Oh, is the glass half full or half empty? Uh, For us, we have to fill our minds with Krishna Katha. With Krishna Katha. That is the solution, or that is the thing. That is the thing. Mm. And if we do not fill our minds with Krishna Katha, then let the mind be empty or full, it is still no good. No good. And this is Krishna saying that fight, but think of me. And that is doable, practical. Krishna is saying, always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me. So now, when dog is chasing me, police is chasing me, say, thief is chasing me, car is chasing me, my body does the job, right? Running. Huh? And my mind is also doing the job, thinking, house, family, all such things and all. Likewise, we can do uh, our daily duties and all, and simultaneously think of Krishna. We have to develop this art, no doubt. And our thinking, concentration has to go such deep, japa has to go such deep. Anyone touched the lotus leaf? Seen, touched lotus leaf? Very soft, na? Or many other such leaves, very soft. Now you take a needle and prick the leaf with that needle. How long does it take to make a hole? Hardly any long. Cannot even calculate, na? कितना time लगता है? Hmm? Cannot even calculate. Quickly, just prick, make a hole, say. Soft petal, na? Soft leaf. So, that much absorption we need to develop in bhakti. That much. That much absorption. That much deep absorption. That much deep remembrance of Krishna. That we do not forget him for even that moment. Hmm? That much thinking. And Arjuna being blessed. Now see, he fought. He fought this war, did he not? And while fighting, do you think he's not remembering? He's not thinking of the dialogue he had with Krishna? Impossible if he cannot think. Huh? Likewise, when we feel, when we experience, when we realize, wow, I was such a lost soul, but I've been saved by the blessings of devotees. Devotees have come in my life. Devotees coming in life is as good as Krishna coming in one's life, or even better. Even better. Huh? So I'm such a lost soul. Bhagavad Gita came in my life. And if I can appreciate this teachings, this wisdom of Krishna, this dialogue, uh, then do you think we will be left alone in our participation in life? And we were discussing one day, destination and destiny. Destiny is based on past. We all were destined to be male body, female body, whatever time, place, whatever current activity and all. But destination is something which is yet to be decided, which is open, which is open. We can choose our destination. We cannot choose our destiny. Destiny we have locked, but destination we can choose. and that also spiritual only. Material destination also locked. If someone has to leave his country, that is pretty much locked. If someone has to never leave his country, that is also pretty much locked based on destiny. But one's spiritual destination, that lies in one's hand. That is there in one's hand. And that is what Krishna is saying, Arjuna. Look, you are destined to fight. That is your karma, that is your duty. Do it, but protect or make your ultimate destination. What? You will, Krishna says, na, you will attain me. Mam evasyasi satyam te. Mam evasyasi means what? You will attain me for sure. Satyam, na, in truth, for sure. So destination is something which is open for us. It is given to us. It is in our hands. What is that saying? Na? Man is a product of his destiny or something. Man makes his. There's something. Hmm? Creation of his destiny. We are a creation of our destiny in the sense past. But if we protect our present moment, na? If we protect the present moment, then we can reach our destination. We can make our destination. For us, a sadhaka, that should not be our destination. It will be very inglorious destination to have, if that. And this is a problem with religion, na? Dharmic people. How many dharmic people we see that they have a destination they are aspiring for? Hmm. It's polished religion, okay. We are good people. We do some bhajan, kirtan and all. We are pious people. And it brings us stability. Do not cheat. Dharam काम आ जाएगा. Dharam helps. Hmm. When in difficult times, it is religion where we find hope and all. But again, do we practice Krishna consciousness for this intent, for this purpose? Is this what Krishna expecting from Arjuna? Is this what Krishna is saying? And is this what Arjuna is going to give? Now see, today we read what? Yesterday, today what? Krishna is saying, do as you want. And further on, we will see what Arjuna replies to that. What Arjuna replies. And look, this relationship between Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna is saying something. Arjuna is not just matching up to what Krishna is saying. He's exceeding hmm, in his appreciation. So, destination is in our hands. We can formulate, we can work on our destination. Destiny is something which we attained from the past, say. Okay. But if we protect our present, then we can shape a destination proper. And are we not thinking or worshipping Sena? We do. Man mana bhav mat bhakto. Bhakto means what? To surrender, to love someone and all. And there, you see, bhakti can be seen very nicely where? In a stadium, cricket or football stadium. Do they not do bhakti? The spectators, the audience there. How? They will go wearing what? T-shirt of Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli or this Harry Kane or Messi, na? Uh, putting on those T-shirt like that. Uh, and what? Chanting the shlokas. Na Sachin, Sachin, Dhoni, Dhoni, Kohli, Kohli, or in Wimbledon also sometimes they chant na Rafa, come on, Nadal. Huh? And in football, both the team supporters they chant. Players are playing and they chant what? God save the Queen. Huh? So is it not bhakti and worship happening? So look, some people may say na that Krishna is saying ki meri worship karo, meri go. Baba, it is already happening. We are already doing, but with a wrong purpose altogether, clueless, without thinking and all, very robotic, very conditioned materially. Hmm? And this is why what we attain is death, no more than death as such. But look, na, see, again that same, the spectators see a cricket stadium or a football stadium. They are also chanting. Then what? They also go. Match starts 9 a.m. They will go before proper pakka, nicely preparing themselves. Mood, na? The mood is also built up, is it not? Even though a small one-day series or whatever, a small Premier League game, but the mood is built up. Advertisement, media, all this. Yes, I'm going to go to the stadium. And look, the night before sports, the fan, he sleeps. Oh, I get good sleep, good rest. So tomorrow morning I will go to the stadium, watch the game. I will put on this dress. I better be on time. All this, where to sit, all such. No? So preparation of mood. Then inside the temple, inside the temple, I'm saying inside the stadium, he does bhakti. Does he not chanting, thinking, and contemplation? Oh, next batsman should come, or this we should substitute this player now. He needs rest. Or this onside, offside, all such things. And who does he discuss with all these friends, na? Who have got that mood? Krishna is also saying same Bhagavad Gita Arjuna is telling na Machita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katyan Namasyanta Chamam Nityam Tusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Hmm? Same thing. The, a drunkard person, he takes a great delight when he meets another drunkard person. हाँ? एक शराबी उसको कितनी खुशी होती है जो एक दूसरे शराबी से मिलता है. हाँ? Best friends, drunkard person. Oh wow, no enjoyment drinking alone, na? We both drink together. So that's we see in stadium. Then what they drink together, that is their prasad, na? They eat, drink together in the stadium. That is their prasad. And the paraphernalia. Then they carry all the paraphernalia. साधु लोग भी कैरी करते हैं ना क्या? डिवोटीज कैरी जपा माला, बीट बैग, बुक्स, all this. And these sports, these fans and all in stadium, they carry their own things. uh, uh, all such things. So our point is we have that emotion, we have that principle, but it is very dormant, and the same thing needs to be revived. Hmm? We are sold out to Maya, and now we can sell ourselves to Krishna. And it is not like Krishna is asking, do this, say. Rather, Krishna is doing a favor upon us by giving us an opportunity to serve him. He's doing a favor. He's discipline. The parents also say, na, do they not to their children? They teach na how to respect elders, how to respect parents and all. They teach to their children, hmm, so that they want that relationship to grow and to be in that loving relationship. Ultimately, what do say parents want? Huh? They don't want the money as such. Okay, those things say, but more so the love. Hmm, more so. So in this, see, in this hour, again in this pretext of making Arjuna fight, Krishna is wanting to earn his love. Through this war, Krishna is bringing out the love Arjuna is carrying for him. And now he is taking this opportunity to express this to Arjuna, that Arjuna, this is the purpose, this is the reason. Come to this climax. huh? Always think of me, become my devotee. huh? Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. And bhakti is, this is what is required, simplicity of the heart. Simplicity. Mm, it is only a simple hearted person can do bhakti. Not because that okay. And yeah, bhakti is simple, na? Bhakti is simple. But it is not like okay, Gyan and Vairagya, renunciation, detachment leads to bhakti, no. Bhakti leads to Gyan and Vairagya. Bhakti causes. Bhakti is the cause of everything. So we need Gyan means what? Proper attitude, proper understanding. Siddhanting. It's not like Ganga Gai Ganga Das, Yamuna Gai Yamuna Das. Not like, okay, one day we are chanting Hare Krishna, another day we are chanting Om Namo Bhagavate, and another day we are doing this. No, it's about building a mood, developing a mood, cultivating ourselves, a vision, a relationship, a purpose. And furthermore, this dharma does not teach any of this. No, dharmic satsang is just like a cultural kitty party. social cultural kitty party. Dharmic satsang, what does it do? It frees us from adharma. In dharmic satsang, we do not take meat. Hey, धार्मिक सत्संग है देवी देवताओं का ना. Why meat? Do not speak like this. Huh? But what maybe we may take uncle chips or lays, this crisps, wafers and stuff. Or dharmic satsang, we may do what some look good and all. Okay, we participate and we wait. Okay, when does this get over? And back to square one. Na? But this Krishna conscious satsang is not like that. No, it's not like that. This is too uproot from the altogether. From altogether. Renas share this Srimad Bhagavatam 1932. Srimad Bhagavatam 1932. This is Bhishma Pitama telling how much our mind and how it is. Look, Bhishma Pitama, what a glorious death, na? Bhishma Pitama. He had the boon, the vardhan of what? Icha Mrityu. Hmm? Ah, and look, who came to give his darshan at the time of passing away? Krishna himself. Shri Bhishma Uvacha Iti Matirupakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Swasukhamupagate Kvachit Vihartam Prakritimupyeshu Yadbhava Pravaha. Okay, Rena's translation.
And Bhishma Deva said, "Let me now invest my thinking, feeling, unwilling, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, in the all-powerful Lord Shri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world, although from him only the material world is created."
So this is Bhishma praying when he was laid on the bed of arrows. That let me now invest my thinking, feeling and willing. Everything towards Krishna, all powerful Lord Shri Krishna. Na? That sort of mood we want to develop. Beautiful prayer. Renas, you share this also. You will find it in Mukundmala Stotra, text 33. Now, Mukundmala is not in Veda base. Huh? You can check that in prabhupatbooks.com or elsewhere. Mukundmala Stotra, text 33. A must read, a fascinating, and Prabhupada's disciples, Prabhupada gave some purports on first 5 or 6 shlokas in Mukundmala Stotra. Rest his disciples gave purports and beautiful shlokas there. So those are the prayers of a king, King Kulashekara. Huh? See, this is on mind and the contemplation, the thinking of pure devotees, what they are saying. Again, look now, this is Bhishma Pitama Bapre. Look at his praise, Bhishma Pitama na. And हम किस खेत की मूल्य देखो, है ना? We are so low, our ego is so high. Bhishma Pitama, such a stalwart warrior, leader, he's praying this. And at the time of passing away, Krishna came to give him darshan, na? Or to take his darshan rather. Huh? And Pandavas, what a glorious death, passing away in front of Krishna and his pure devotees. Wow. Huh? What a normally what Krishna personally appeared for Bhishma Pitama. Personally appeared. And the joy Bhishma Pitama and Arjun gave to Krishna in the war. The joy Bhishma Pitama gave to Krishna in the war by fighting against, you know, on the opposite side, gave such a good fight, uh, such a good fight. Uh, Bhishma Pitama. So Krishna relished that fighting spirit. That yes, I will put you arrows and make the blood come out of you. So Krishna relished that fighting spirit. Uh, that sort of thing. So this is Bhishma Pitama praying, Arjuna praying, Kunti Maharani praying, and other prayers we see in Prahlad Maharaj prayers and all. So there is this King Kulashekara, king of South India, from South India, not long back, I don't remember when though, and came from a very good family, of course, na king, and Alvara poets like that. So he wrote this Mukund Mala Stotra. He wrote this fascinating jewels, 53 or 55 texts, Mukund Mala Stotra, uh, and text 33. कृष्णा त्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्तम् अद्येव मे विसतु मानसराजहंसा प्राणप्रयाणसमये कफवातपित्ते कण्ठवरोदनविदौ स्मरणं कुतस्ते. Text 33. Renus, check text 33. You are in the right book. Does it not got 33 number here?
I'm not sure how to go forward. It just shows the.
Scroll down on the left, or is it in Gita base? I don't know if it's in Gita base. You see on the left there is the table of contents, or through address bar if you can check. Or, okay. So King Kulashekara, na, yeah, Prabhupada wrote only 6 and we see only 6 here. Venus, it's only 6 here. I don't think so. We'll find 33 here. But see if Google Maharaj can give you the link or something. So this prayer, Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaj Panjarantam. It's in Gita base, I think. This King Kulashekara is writing this prayer. Fascinating. Uh, Again a king. Arjuna, king of Aryana, Bhishma Pitama, these kings, royal, these are royalty, na? This is the royalty. Royalty is what to be recognized as a devotee of Krishna. That is the royalty. That is the joy, the fortune when someone says, okay, a devotee of Krishna. Let us try this link, a message. So, Krishna Tvadiya. Tvadiya means your, आपके, है ना? त्वदीय पद पंजरांतम. Pad is feet. Pankaj panjarantam. Pankaj is what? Lotus. So your lotus like feet and all. Adveya me visatu manas rajahamsa. Now my mind, manas, na? Rajahamsa. Now let this, yeah, beautiful. Now let my mind enter. Enter. Visatu, enter. Krishna says na, in Bhagavad Gita also, Visate tad anantaram. 1855 he says. So now let my mind enter this Rajahamsa, this royal swan of my mind, when I am in a healthy position to think of you. Hmm? When I am in a healthy state to think of you. Huh? Prana prayana samaye. Pran is life air. Prayan at the time of giving up the life air. Samaye. Kapha vata pitte. Mucus, air and bile. Kap vat pitta. Kantha. Kantha is throat. Na? Kantha avarodhan. Choked up. Uh, Throat is choked up. How can I possibly remember you, Krishna, in that state? They say when a person is living body, it is like being bitten by 42,000 bees. The sting, that powerful, that poisonous. Okay, Prakhar, read just translation.
O Lord Krishna, at this moment, let the royal swam of my mind enter the tangled stems of the lotus of your feet. How will it be possible for me to remember you at the time of death when my thought will be choked up with mucus, bile, and air?
Hmm. Now, say, even if our throat is choked up or not choked up, whatever, if we have not done bhakti, if we are not doing bhakti, it is impossible practically to remember Krishna. How can no? So this is a thing with dharma. Dharma does not mold us properly. It does not give us a real direction, real lifestyle change, purpose, and all. And here Krishna is saying to Arjuna, always think of me. Hmm? Always think. And this is what we want. Let my mind enter. So we have to learn this art of dying before we die. Na? We have to die before we die. If we have not died before we die, then at the time of death, we will be very helpless. Very helpless. So something for the mind. Na? Now, how do we prepare this mind? When now thinking of Krishna, na? When we hear of the pastimes of Krishna. This dialogue of Bhagavad Gita very helpful, fascinating. Furthermore, Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear, relish the pastimes Krishna has with his devotees, uh, then naturally our mind will get drawn. Naturally. Lots, see, throughout Shastras, na, lots and lots with to do with mind. Hmm? Mind is the junction. Mind is the junction for the body, for the soul to transform, transform to the eternal realm. Problem, see, problem is where in the mind or in the heart. This is a question. Where are we choked up, in the mind or in the heart? Where are we blocked, mind or heart? Where are we thick, in the mind or in the heart? We are choked up both mind and heart. We are blocked both mind and heart. We are locked, we are thick both mind and heart. But is mind the cause of heart or heart the cause of mind? That has to be seen. Huh? Who is the cause of other? Problem in heart, is it from mind, or problem in mind, is it from heart? Heart is the cause, na? Heart is the cause. So problem is in the heart and transformation of heart is needed. Hmm. Real transformation, change of heart is needed. That can only come about when we have a heart to heart relationship with Krishna, when we have a heart to heart relationship with devotees. Huh? So Krishna is saying, give your mind, and what will He do with our mind? He will fill our heart with love when we give our mind to Krishna. They say, na, uh, this when we give our mind to Krishna, giving our mind meaning giving ears to Krishna, hearing about Krishna. Giving our mind meaning what? Giving time to Krishna. Hmm. That when we give time to Krishna, then Krishna will open up our heart altogether, reveal Himself. And this worship and all, this is also a pretext. We were discussing the arti. Arti means what? Protection, shelter. हाँ, आरती उतारते हैं ना भगवान की आरती आरती उतारना ऑफरिंग आरती टू कृष्णा व्हाट डज इट मीन कृष्णा वी गिव यू प्रोटेक्शन फ्रॉम इविल आई आरती का यही मतलब है कि भगवान आपको नजर ना लगे हम आपको बुरी नजर से बचाते हैं है ना दिया चढ़ाते हैं ना भगवान को दिखाते हैं ना दिया कि भगवान आप पे कोई जादू टोना ना करे नो वन डज एनी ब्लैक मैजिक ऑन यू वी सेव यू फ्रॉम ब्लैक मैजिक वी प्रोटेक्ट यू फ्रॉम ब्लैक मैजिक take this. Huh? These are deeper meanings, and we have to come to this consciousness level. Of course, one meaning is what? Okay, fire. fire is so essential for life. We cannot live without fire. Fire comes from you, Krishna. So we offer you this fire. We give you light and incense, earth, everything. All these elements they come from you. So we offer it to you. Okay, that is a good meaning. But we have to go even further, na? That arti. Now Krishna in his pastimes when he killed Putna, all the gopis headed by elderly gopis headed by Mother Yashoda. They did what? They did arti of Krishna, na? So much. They did okay. From cow urine, they cleansed Krishna, hmm, and applied cow dung and many things, na, and asked for protection throughout. They are asking. So that is love, na? Uh, Love is what? Caring for the joy of Krishna, looking for the protection of Krishna. That Krishna, are you happy or not? Are you safe or not? Are you fine or not? That sort of mind is Krishna is wanting from us. That sort of heart. Now Arjuna fought for his protection, for his shelter. And do you think when Arjuna was fighting, was he not like, was he trying to safeguard himself or safeguard Krishna? The entire was, how can I protect Krishna? How can I please him? How can I look after him? God does not needs looking after, but Mahaprabhu's teachings, God needs looking after. Huh? So we look after Krishna, developing that bhav, vatsalya bhav, sakhya bhav, madhurya bhav, santa bhav. We develop a bhav, and in that bhav we serve Krishna. So lots and lots to do with the mind. So japa is powerful, japa is essential, japa is the immediate medicine. Again, we do not do japa for mind control. But what to do without mind control? We cannot practice bhakti. We cannot practice bhakti without mind and sense control. We do not do bhakti to experience ecstasy for ourselves, to experience joy. We do not do bhakti that I become happy. No. We do bhakti to make Krishna happy. Krishna should be happy. That should be the purpose. Now, uh, one or two slokas more we see some things in purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. Renas, open 11 to 36 Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the purport, something to do with mind, there are four prayers, 11 to 36. Uh, the sloka is also beautiful. What is sloka is also beautiful. What? कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वानुसुता स्वभावात् करोति यत् यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणमीति समर्पयेत्. So Srimad Bhagavatam 11 to 36. In purport, towards the end, Acharyas, they give four prayers or four thoughts, four realizations, four meditations. Very, very absorbing, very deep. Something again to do with our mind, to help our mind. Kaina vacha manasendriyerva. Okay, Rena's read translation. With body, mind, and soul. Okay, read translation, Rena's.
In in accordance with the particular nature one has acquired in conditioned life, where one does with body, words, mind, senses, intelligence, or purified consciousness one should offer to the Supreme, thinking, this is for the pleasure of Lord Narayana.
That is what Krishna is telling to Arjuna also. That fight this. This is for the pleasure of Narayan. Adi Narayan is Krishna. Source Mool Narayan. So Renas, go down in purport. Scroll down. So scroll down. Yeah, keep on scrolling down towards the end. Sridhar Swami gives very beautiful commentary and all. Scroll down furthermore. Jiva Goswami and yes. So here, uh, yes, this last paragraph, beautiful. Stay a bit Go a bit up, Renus. And Harsha, Anuja, and Deepthi read. So we won't be reading the full purport or the last paragraph, but I will read from here. Harsha, can you see? Anena Durvasana. Anena Durvasana Dukha Darshanana Sakaruna Maya Karunam Karotu. May the merciful Lord.
Yes. May the
Hmm,
merciful Lord show mercy on me by demonstrating the misery created by sinful desires.
wow. See, this is what is being prayed for. है ना? दैट कृष्णा ये कृपा करो मेरे में कि जिसको मैं सुख समझता हूँ ना उसमें दुख की प्रतीति हो मेरे को. So Krishna give me this blessing, this kripa, this mercy upon me, that what I am taking to be happiness, I can see the pitfall there, I can see the pain there, I can see the struggle there. Huh? May the merciful Lord show mercy on me by demonstrating the misery created by sinful desires. Read, continue, Harsha, read next.
Yeah, Prathir.
Un, hmm, unintelligent से पढ़ो.
Unintelligent persons have unflinching affection for the objects of sense gratification. Unintelligent persons have unflinching affection for the objects of sense gratification. Similarly, may I always remember you so that that same attachment applied to you never leaves my heart.
अब देखो धर्म ये नहीं सिखाता है ना. Basic Dharma never teaches us this. Look at this prayer. Who are acharyas are saying? Unintelligent persons. We discussed na football and all this, fans and all. So have unflinching affection for the objects of sense gratification. Hmm? Again, isn't those who are so attached to Facebook, whatever things and all, now they've unflinching affection for the objects of sense gratification, in which the most binding is what? Man and woman physical bodily relationship attraction. This, and people have unflinching affection for the objects of sense gratification. Uh, and it's undeniable. Say when you are walking somewhere, you see a mirror, we see a mirror if we are walking somewhere. Naturally, our neck will change. Naturally, our neck will turn. एक झलक तो देख लूं. Hmm? Although a devotee bold, head shave, but still is my head shave. Look the fascination. Renus, you can remove screen for once. Look at the fascination of this. Na? Imagine we are walking somewhere, we see a mirror. It becomes a very natural thing, is it not? Okay, ek jhalak, let me just turn. My neck turns to the mirror and see how I'm looking. And generally, okay, how's my hairstyle and looks. Now a monk, he could be head shaved, no? Monks are headship, Hare Krishna monks headship. And if they also walk across and just come across a mirror, then okay, is my head shape okay or not? Huh? How sleek is my head shape? How clean, how polished? Oh, may not be, no, it doesn't seem like that polished or clean or that shiny or that effulgent. Huh? Maybe. How straight is my tilak? Hmm? Maybe it should go a bit more straight. It should be more glowing. It should be this is self obsession. Na? We do tilak what that okay it should be more glowing. It should make my face bright. No, we do tilak that it pleases Krishna, it pleases Vaishnava. With that intent, yes, then we do beautiful tilak. Then we should do beautiful tilak like that. So that prayer, na, unintelligent persons have natural unflinching attraction towards the objects of sense gratification. Now that principle भगवान कहें ऐसा मेरा भी भाव बन जाए. Krishna, help me become develop that mood. That I also same emotion I develop but for you. Hmm? Okay, Renu, share screen please. Similarly, may I always remember you. Same attachment, same emotion I develop for you. So one prayer is what? Let me see miseries in sense gratification. Let me see the hardship in temporary sense gratification. Uh, Let me see that hardship. And second, another prayer is what? That how people are so obsessed na, in sense gratification, objects, such attachment. Let me build that attachment towards you. So, what are the other two prayers, Renas? And Deepti read and Anuja read if you can. Scroll right at the bottom, last paragraph. After this, Ichha to hai, we read one more from Bhagavatam. Deepti, you read जहाँ से where Harsha had left. You read from there.
Is it Srila Vishwanath from?
No, no. At the bottom, you will see at the bottom unintelligent persons. So that same attachment applied to you never leaves my heart. Vishnu Purana. So Deepti, you read from fourth last or fifth last sentence as the minds of युवतीनां यथा यूनि यूनां च युवतौ यथा.
Okay.
Able to see?
Yeah. युवती नाम यथा युनि युनम च युवतौ यथा यथा मनो विरामते तद्वान् मनो में रमतम
रमताम त्वयि.
त्वायि. As the
रमना मतलब
mind,
क्या? relish. रमना, relish. राधा रमन ना. Krishna's name na, but Radha Raman. Krishna finds his relish with Srimati Radharani na. It is Srimati Radharani who gives the highest relish to Krishna. Who can give the highest relish to Krishna. Okay, read Deepti.
as the minds of young girls take pleasure in thinking of a young boy, and those of young boys take pleasure in thinking of a young girl, may my mind take pleasure in you. Mama sukarmani dushkarmani cha.
This is the fourth one. Hmm. So this is how we have to train our mind. Look, don't miss out on this opportunity. We shouldn't. Okay, the last one, mama sukarmani tuskarmani cha. Yad raga samanyam tad sarvato bhavena bhagavad vishayam eva bhavatu. Okay, Anuja or Deepti, either of you read.
Whatever attraction I have for pious or sinful activities, let that attraction be wholeheartedly invested in you. Hare
Now, we
Krishna.
cannot deny that we do not have attraction for pious or sinful activities. We do have for good or bad activities, na? Yeah. Now, let that attraction be wholeheartedly invested in you. About 24 hours a day sometimes can become too long, as in nothing to do. What to do? Idle mind devil's workshop. And sometimes 24 hours is less. Okay, screen can be checked. Sometimes 24 hours can be so much. Huh? That okay, time nahi hai, too much. What to do? Hmm? So we are engaged or not engaged, but we have to come to these prayers. We have to pray all these prayers, and we have to appreciate devote bhakti. And this is what Krishna is saying: Man mana bhav mad bhakto. This is giving our. This is the engagement. Abhi, uh, needle na. How long does it take to prick a flower and leaf? Doesn't take. So that much our mind should be absorbed, obsessed, that we shouldn't let escape Krishna. Uh, we shouldn't and capture him throughout. Okay, one last sloka, something for the mind na, in these beautiful prayers. So 8 1087:23, Renas. And we'll just read one prayer from this purport actually. 1087:23. It is about preparation, na? About preparing our mood. What do we prepare? How do we prepare? Krishna knows our mind is not there yet, and he knows we are struggling with mind. So he's telling us, give me your mind, and I will deal with the heart then. We are so lost that we do not connect with our hearts. You know, we are heavily lost. Huh? Why do we have to shout? Sometimes we shout, na, the other person is nearby, but yet we shout. Hmm? Why? Because the hearts are separated, na? So we shout. Otherwise, if the heart is bonding, then there is no need to that shout. So in this Srimad Bhagavatam 1087:23, Sridhar Swami towards the very end, he says, Charana Smaranam Premna in purport. This is the ultimate meditation. Uh, Let's go to the purports. Okay, let's read translation. Pip, read translation and read the thing in purport also. So translation and purport.
Hare Krishna. Translation. Simply by constantly thinking of Him, the enemies of the Lord attained the supreme truth, whom sages fixed in yoga worship by controlling their breath, mind, and senses. Similarly, we Shrutis, who generally see you as all-pervading, will achieve the same nectar from your lotus feet that your consorts are able to relish because of their loving attraction to your mighty serpentine arms. For you look upon us and your consorts in the same way. Oh, yeah, it's the last paragraph. If you can scroll down, please, Rainus. It's from Srila Sridhar Swami concludes with the prayer. Charana Smaranam Premnam Tava Deva Sudurlapam Yatha Katanchit Nrihare Mama Puyadahar Nisham. O Lord, loving remembrance of your lotus feet is very rarely achieved. Please, O Nrihari, somehow arrange for me to have that remembrance day and night.
This is the prayer. This is the state we want to attain. And look at this, na? Sridhar Swami's commentary. Charana Smaranam Premna. Charan is feet, Smaranam remembering, and out of love. Tav Deva Sudurlabam. Tav is yours. Oh Krishna. Sudurlabam. Very, very difficult. So look now, we live in forgetfulness of Krishna. Conditioned state means hardly any remembrance. Doing japa is a struggle. Doing japa, we are forgetting Krishna, what to speak outside of japa. So this is why we have to pray. We have to pray. There's no choice, no option. We have to pray and we have to feel the heart of Arjuna. We have to feel the how blessed Arjuna is. When we start realizing how blessed the devotee is, wow, he or she is performing bhakti. They are so advanced. They are so blessed. They are not typical. They are not just dharmic. And they are not official meditator. They are men with a mission. They are taking life head on. They are going through the reality of life, not escaping the reality of life. They have already died. They are going to see Krishna. They are going to meet Krishna. This life itself, attain Krishna and have that eternal bond. So when we see devotees in that light, then we start practicing bhakti. And we have to see devotees in that light. Devotees are advanced. Every devotee is advanced to me. Huh? Every devotee is senior to me. So tav deva sudurlabham. This is very rare, very rare, very difficult to obtain this level of remembrance, this level of absorption. Now, Bhagwan Krishna से कुछ मांगना हो, if we have to ask something from God, why ask for a cheap thing? Na? Ask for the best thing. And this is the best thing Sridhar Swami is asking. Somehow arrange for me. Somehow means what? I'm helpless. Ah, karma cannot give us bhakti. Good knowledge, good piety, they cannot give us bhakti. Somehow arrange for me to have that remembrance day and night. Day and night. This is asakti, attachment. And we see this, it is practical in society. Na? Those who have fallen in love, boy or girl, and sports, politics, and all, that absorption is there. We need to channelize that vritti in Krishna consciousness uh, by invoking the blessings of a sadhu in our life. बोलिए Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Any thoughts, questions, comments, or say clarification? Sagar hai Sagar Ata. This is an ocean Krishna consciousness, na? Shrimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, same message throughout. Very deep, further deep. Uh, we have to engage our mind. So much mental health problem na, in this world. Why? Because of a lack of engagement. And Krishna consciousness gives us this encouraging engagement, loving engagement, real engagement. And Dharma is good. It will free us from performing sins. हाँ, धार्मिक setting में generally people don't drink ना. Dharmic settings people do not drink generally. People do not eat meat generally. People do not cheat and all, gamble or uh, do fighting and all. हाँ, so it says, hey, you are dharmic. Don't do this. You are dharmic, है ना? भय कितना हो जाता है ना धार्मिक पर्सन को आज मंगलवार है टुडे इज ट्यूसडे शुड आई कट माय नेल्स और नॉट आई एम अ रिलीजियस पर्सन वी डोंट कट नेल्स ऑन ट्यूसडे कितना आज ट्यूसडे आई डोंट ड्रिंक आई कैन गो विथ माय फ्रेंड्स बट आई वोंट ड्रिंक आई विल टेक ऑरेंज जूस फाइन आई डोंट माइंड माय फ्रेंड आई डोंट ड्रिंक टुडे इज ट्यूसडे ये सब तो ये धर्म हमें इसी में बांध के रख देगा और हम धर्म भी धार्मिक भी नहीं बन पाएंगे ऑफिशियल मेडिटेटर बिन पेंदी के लोटे लकीर के फकीर बने रह जाएंगे Krishna doesn't want us that. Here in Bhagavad Gita we can find our charm, in Japa we can find our charm, in reading, hearing we can find absorption, in Kirtan, in associating with devotees. So much of joy we can find, proper nectar, and we bring a wholesome change in our consciousness, wholesome change in our external lifestyle, in our internal mood, our purpose, aim, vision, mission all together. Huh? Arjuna is fighting the war just as a duty towards the outside world. Likewise, we could be engaged in job, in studies, in family, just as a face to the outside world. We have got nothing as such to do with job, family, study, and all such. No. Now, doing this, we meditate internally on attaining Krishna. So, see how would we want to recognize or see ourselves? Huh? One is what? A doctor devotee. We discussed once, na? Doctor devotee. One is what? Doctor. Doctor, externally doctor, internally also doctor. Doctor is living in doctor consciousness. Another what? Uh, externally doctor, internally devotee. Doctor devotee. Hmm? Another is what? Devotee doctor. Hmm? Devotee doctor. Hmm? Main identity and primary and secondary identity. One is doctor, primary identity also doctor, secondary also doctor. Another what? Doctor devotee, primary identity doctor, secondary devotee. Huh? Another is what? Uh, devotee doctor, primary identity devotee, secondary identity doctor. Arjuna, take his instance, warrior, devotee, fighter, devotee, है ना? Spiritual warrior. So Arjuna, warrior, or he has the choice to be either warrior, or what? Warrior, devotee. Primarily warrior, secondarily devotee, or devotee warrior, primarily devotee, secondarily warrior. So we have to come to this, that what? Primarily we are devotee, secondarily we are boy, girl, son, daughter, this, that, job, family, studies, all of such. But primarily we have to protect our prime identity. And Krishna is emphasizing without fail. Think of me, give your heart, chant my holy names, and see what he will do. Okay, thank you very much for your kind participation and encouragement. We'll continue tomorrow. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Fascinating. Relish Bhagavatam. डूबो भागवतम में हम सबको. Bhagavatam, so many throughout this loving shlokas in Srimad Bhagavatam. Pivanti ye Bhagavata Atmanasatam. One day we'll do Bhagavatam also. One day. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Mm.